Hello, Roblox friends and developers. My name is Tommy Tallarico, and I've been a sound designer and game composer and game designer in the video game industry for over 30 years. In fact, I've worked on over 350 video games, which is in fact the Guinness Book of World Record for the person who's worked on the most video games in a lifetime. Some of the games that you may be familiar with are the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Metroid Prime, Earthworm Jim, Disney's Aladdin, Spider-Man, James Bond, the early Madden football games, Sonic the Hedgehog series, and even worked on some of the Guitar Hero games as well. I've won over 50 industry awards, mostly for game audio and game sound. Of course, the thing that you might know me the most from is the guy who created the beloved oof sound for Roblox. That's right. Let's hear it. Ooh. All right. Well, there you go. So I'm very excited today to let you know that I have done a brand new sound design library just for Roblox. That's right. My friends over at Roblox called me up and said, Tommy, can you do something that all of our Roblox developers could use to put in the game because they love the oof sound so much. And so let's really do it big. And that's exactly what I've done. I've spent months now working on this brand new library, and I'm really excited to tell you about it. So I thought, what's a good way to kind of show it to you in action? Well, what I did is I got one of the most popular Roblox games out there. Of course, I'm talking about Jailbreak by my friend Osimo, who put that game together. I called him up and I said, dude, I'd love to take that game the way you originally have it, but then put all of my sound effects into the game to see what it sounds like. And I had my other buddy, Creekcraft, who's got one of the biggest and coolest Roblox YouTube channels. If you haven't checked him out yet, you got to check him out. So he played Jailbreak for me. And so what you're about to see is the original Jailbreak, cuts of different parts of it, the way it originally sounds, and then you'll hear it with the new sound design kit that I've put together. So check it out. So there you have it. Hopefully you can tell a big difference there. And that's what your games could sound like. So I've called this thing the Tallarico Roblox Sound Design Kit. And what I did is I wanted to create a lot of value for all of the Roblox developers out there. Very, very important, because a lot of times when you buy a sound effect, it's typically like 99 cents or dollar, maybe $1.50 or whatever. And that's a pretty good price for one sound. But I wanted to really create a lot of value for the Roblox developer community. So what I did is I put together 4 different versions of the sound design kit. Are you ready for this? The first one is called the Basic. Now the Basic has 100 super important award-winning sounds in there. Now you're thinking to yourself, oh, 100 sounds. What is it going to be, $100, $150? Nope, not at all. How about $10? That's right, just $10. That's about 10 cents a sound for these award-winning sounds, right? So that's your basic one. Now the next one is called Developer. This one has over 500 sounds in it. And you're thinking, oh, is it going to be $500, $600? Nope. How about $50? That's, again, keeping with the 10 cents a sound effect, which is unheard of anywhere. Now the third one is called the Standard. And I think this is the one that people are really, really going to enjoy. This one has 5,000 sound effects. And again, these are award-winning sound effects. 5,000 of them. No, it's not $5,000. No, it's not $500. It's $100. That is 2 cents a sound effect. And that one is pretty crazy. But then I wanted to do one more that was above that. This is called the Ultimate, right? The Ultimate, this is everything that you could ever think of and imagine. Are you ready? 10,000 sound effects, 10,000 sound effects, 2.5 cents each. That gets you, that's $250. Typically, a library like this would cost in the thousands of dollars, but we wanted to do something special for the Roblox developers out there. I put together all these different things, and you can get them right now. Now, here's a thing that folks will want to know about. Can you use these sound effects in other things? Well, here's the thing. You can only use these in the Roblox games that you do. So you can use them in as many games as you want. But once you purchase one of the items, you can then use them in any games you want. And if people stream them on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, there's no problem with that. You can make videos of as long as it's in the game, you can make videos. People can do it. You can do it. Anyone can make videos. So you don't have to worry about these, getting a copyright strike or anything crazy like that. So as a developer, you buy the Sound Effects Design Kit, the one that's best for your budget and the one that's best for you, and then you put them in Roblox. Now you cannot use them in other games. If you're making games for the PlayStation or the Nintendo or something, you can't use it. It's only for Roblox, and this is also very, very important to understand. Now, I do need to explain one last thing, is that all of the sounds have a digital watermark on them. That means that we know when one of our sounds is being used in your game. So please, please don't illegally download the sounds and put it in your game. We would hate to have to, have an issue with your account or anything like that. No one wants to do that. That's why I've created such amazing value for everyone out there, no matter what your budget is. And so again, please take great caution. Make sure you read the terms of the agreement when you download it. Go through it carefully. It all makes sense. And it's all very, very cool. But under no circumstances, please do not use illegally downloaded sounds in your games, because that will be bad, and we don't want anyone to do anything bad. So there you go. So I thought what I'd do is give you a quick tour of what you're going to get in the 4 different kits that we're talking about. Here's the basic kit. Again, it's 100 sounds for $10, and you can see the different categories there. Let's go crashes and impacts. I'll give you, look at it. How about a shovel to the face? How about that? What's that sound? Ow, that doesn't feel good. Pipe, how about pipe to the head? Ooh, ouch. Face hit. There you go. I could do this all day. How about a car crash? That is pretty crazy stuff. So you can see, and this is all just in the $10 one. Explosions, I know, are super important in video games. So just showing you a couple of stuff. Footsteps, again, very important. In this version, you get concrete. And look at all the different ones you get, because one of the problems with a lot of games is you hear the same footstep sound, or 1 or 2 of the same footstep sounds like you heard in the demo, but listen to the footsteps. Go back and listen to it again, and you'll see it's a lot different when you use a lot of different sounds. So I did concrete and grass in the $10 one. Magic, menu sounds, monster. Oh, what's this? There it is. Let's hear it. There you go. Now, let me get to the different one. That's the smallest one. I'm going to jump to the biggest one right now. And look at this. You go into alarms, and there's a whole bunch of different alarms. Look at Okay, we're going to go through some of the ambiance sounds. Look at all these. I mean, talk about from caves to haunting, scary stuff, quake, rumbling, thunder, waters, tons of winds and tornadoes and all sorts of stuff in there. And crashes, hits, and impacts. Are you ready for this? Look at it. This is the ultimate here. I mean, there's everything, again, I can't obviously, feel free to pause the screens at any point. I'm just scrolling through all of these. So many impact sounds. Look at them all. 797, so almost 800 impact sounds just alone, just in this one directory. This is the ultimate kit. Doors, 164 doors, different sounds, energy, shields, and force fields. Look at these, about 250 of them, and all just force fields and, shield deflect and generator down. All sorts of different, I mean, there's so many different things in here. Explosions, again, 312 different ones. I mean, so many different furnace loops. You'll notice that all the sounds are in OGG format. That's a really high compression rate that Roblox takes. And as a small footprint. Speaking of footprint, how about footsteps in the ultimate? Look at this: carpet, tile, concrete, different dirt, grass, metal bleachers, catwalks. I mean, everything from all sorts of different snow. You see all the different footstep sounds. I mean, let's take a look on plywood. Your jump, land, with boots, stopping, shuffling, walking. All these are really important. High heels, boots, shoes, all sorts of different stuff. Even I know there's a lot of grass, for example, in Roblox, and you can see all the different things in there. Concrete. Oh, there's a lot of concrete in Roblox. Look at that, over 223 different sounds, and boots and high heels and shoes and sneakers. They all make different sounds, and those scuffs are super important. Running, walking. And all those are super important to mix in with all of your sounds when you're doing a walk, run, do them randomly. Bone breaks and body falls. Oh, those are nasty. Falling on the ground if you need that. Machinery. I broke this up into 3 different areas. You got generators. There's different lifts, like elevators and pulleys and things like that. And then a whole bunch of just miscellaneous machine sounds, over 220 of them right here, rolling and edges, fans, conveyor belts, all sorts of crazy stuff like that. Let's go into magic sounds. Now there's a bunch of different magic sounds. There's 3 different categories. So dark magic is like really kind of like eerie and haunting, Demons. That's horrifying. Soul stealing. So lots of different possessions. Okay, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And then, of course, magic hits. These are spell impacts, Let me see. So many different stuff. And then, of course, magic spells. Always great stuff. And on and on and on. I could do this for hours. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Oh, menu sounds, very important, right? Look at these. How about 351 of them? All sorts of menus and clicks and beeps and text scrolling and all sorts of different fun stuff there. And then miscellaneous sounds. It really didn't have a category. Blood splatting and dropping of books and coin bags, tokens. Bunch of tokens. How about parachute opening? That's a good one. Wood barrels and all sorts of stuff. And even if you need a toilet flush. Well, there you go. We got one of those as well. Monsters. There's beasts. There's creatures, footsteps, ghosts. So again, look at all these dragons and beasts and ape monsters and tree monsters galore, demons, and then the footsteps for a lot of those different creatures as well, because they have their own thing. But these could really be used for, lots of different things. Lots of ghosts, evil sounds here, crazy monsters. And then insects and small creatures are also really, really cool. And wing flap. So lots of different sounds with that. I would put a music directory in here as well, just kind of stuff that you can use if you'd like, or these are all kind of these are all just things that are in the distant music car. So, just little things. You don't need a license. Or now let's get to oof. Are you ready for this? 15 different oofs. So, of course, we know the original. But that recording session, we actually did a bunch of different type sounds. So, some other ones here. And so I just had some different stuff. So if you want to go, you really want to impress the folks who play your game, how about 15 different oof sounds? Pickups and collect, very important. How about 466 different things to pick up, all sorts of, and just different pickups. Really cool stuff, right? What's So just really, really neat pickup sounds, sports and recreation. There's skiing and bowling and tennis and baseball bats and things like that. Vehicles, very important in Roblox, as we all know. How about there's different airplanes? You know, I mean, this is great stuff. In-flight loops. So you have in-flight, you know, as the thing's on the ground taking off. It's really cool. And that's an afterburner sound from a jet, which, you know, you can actually put that on a car too. It sounds great. Even ejecting from a plane, we have that as well. Now, automobiles, check this out. 424 Mustangs, Firebirds, Corvettes, and we even got like different, you know, if you want to put your tires on, you know, when you peel out, a peel outing on dirt and gravel and different, you know, gravel, you're going to get some rock sounds in there, mud splashing, ice, all sorts of crazy stuff as well. But then, of course, the car horns, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. We got them all. So many different types of cars, all right there. From old ones like the, you know, here's a '68 Mustang starting up. Check it out. Right, and then rev it, and then the horn, and then you loop it. You know, and that's a loop sound. So you just keep looping it, and then you can, you know, use, you know, when people put on the gas, you can, you know, it goes higher and lower depending how you program the game there. Boats, you know, everything from boats. Now, one of the things that a lot of the Roblox developers were telling me is they wanted a lot of electric vehicles, electric cars. So I did 21 different ones, all sorts of different, you know, some of them are like sci-fi sounding. Some of them are just simple loops. And again, these are in motion. So, you know, you want to loop them and then, you know, pitch vary them. Helicopters, you saw that in the demo, right? This one here. But there's so many different types of helicopter sounds. How about a jetpack? Check this out. Thrust. And again, you can use those thrusters for turbos and for cars. Motorcycles, of course. Great motorcycle sounds. Sci-fi, of course, you have to have sci-fi. Alien ships and pass-bys, hovering. So lots of different things. Tanks are very important as well. You got to have tanks. You hear that tread of the, you know, track. Nice trains. Looping. Right, you can see that. Trucks, whole bunch of trucks. How about 259 trucks, from Jeep Wranglers to Humvees, Dodge Rams, Expeditions, Ford 250s, Range Rover, Explorers. We got them all. And then we even put some underwater engine sounds in there as well for, you know, underwater vehicles. Weapons, very big category. So I really split it up into magic weapons, right? So all these kind of energy blasts and things like that. And then there's sci-fi weapons, you know, lasers and laser shots, and there's so many of them. I mean, some really cool. So many different lasers and tractor beams and laser. I mean, some great stuff in here. This is years and years of work. And then, of course, traditional weapons, you know, and even doing stuff like when you're out of ammo, you know, and you want to reload, right? But so many different shots, and some of them are looped, and then ricochets and flamethrowers. course, lots of different pistols. Lots of those, and rifles and things. And then weapons handling and reloading as well too, because this is very important when you you pull a pin from a grenade and then you roll it on the ground, or you just drop it. And you heard a lot of these in the demo I did as well. But again, lots of reloading and even drawing. You're drawing it. When you take it out of your holster. So those sounds are so important. And yeah, and then finally the last one is whooshes. Just basically different, whooshes you can use for anything. Sometimes you can use them for jumping or throwing, and so many different ones from just clothes, rustling to big jumps. You can really use these a lot for everything. How about a meteor? So there you have it. There's just a quick tour of the ultimate library, and I hope you enjoyed listening and watching here today. And the link to where you can get these different kits is down in the description on my website. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them right in the comments section, and I'll answer as many of them as I can. So thank you so much, and let's hear it one last time.